he pressed record, bitches! Welcome to Laughing with Lana, guys, the podcast that has absolutely no substance, talks about everything and absolutely nothing, all at the exact same time. I got Big Body Gorilla over here.
Do I speak in gorilla or?
Yeah, we're gonna make it the cartoon character.
Okay, good. I was about to say.
Yeah.
We got to put the disclaimer in there. Don't adjust your TVs right now. It's actually, I'm 6'5", 330. Lana's about, 4.
Damn!
Look at this.
I'm 4'5".
This is like a crime. This is like a crime right now.
It's because, before we start the podcast, I'm here. Before we start the podcast, I tend to tell people, get the cameras right, get the people at the same, make sure that
a little adjustment. There's a little adjustment.
I had to be way up here in order to.
You went to my shop, was like, hold up, how come I don't look like that?
I would pay money to be your height, man.
The weather's good up here.
I was gonna say, it's a whole different view up in there.
It is. I notice people look at me sometimes when I'm like Costco or at the gym sometime, and I'm like, and then I see a guy that's my height, and I was like, oh, that's how I look.
Wait, you don't do there's not a tall man competition? Bitch, I'm the only tall one.
Well, the tall dudes up, we kind of have an agreement, when we walk by with what's up. But then when you walk by the shorter people, you look down at them and they're like, hey, I'm like, okay, they're either petrified or.
Do small people try to fuck with you a lot?
Only when they're drunk. Only when the little dudes got the little man complex. What's up, big dude? I was like, yeah, not right now, bro.
Come on, big
Then
guy.
I pat him on top of the head and I was like, be on your way. And I do that at the gym too, because I'll be at the gym and I'll be working out, and also the musclehead guys. I know you can lift more than that. I know I can, but I don't want to do that right now.
I don't want to hurt.
I can lift more than that, and they're like 5'1", and I'm just like, I don't need to do all. Unless I'm moving a car, I don't need to move all that weight.
Right? Okay. Because hear me out. I do construction. So
Yes.
does my brother.
Yeah.
So how much you weigh, Chance? 120?
I weigh $125.
Shit, that's my left leg. What the fuck?
$125, man.
$125. That's what I came out the womb as.
Bro, one ear weighs 25 pounds.
Jesus Christ. I'm okay at 125, man.
Right.
I haven't been that since I was 2 months old.
Bro, I've been like this
literally.
for my whole life.
That's what Samoans come out at. They're about.
I was about to say, bro, Hawaiians are big motherfucking people.
But we're nice people. We're like teddy bears.
Listen. Let me tell you. Okay. So me just recently. This was after I had invited you on my podcast. But there was this meme that basically said, it was like someone walking into Vegas, and they were like, "Is it worth it?" And they were like, "It's so worth it, right?" and the caption was, "All the Hawaiians coming to Las Vegas, right?" And they're like, "Come on, it's worth it. It's worth it. Like, bring them up." And I'm like, listen. I'm gonna tell you right now, Las Vegas do not have a problem with the motherfucking Hawaiians. We got a problem with you motherfucking California bitches and you Arizona weirdos, bro. We like y'all. Y'all got good food.
It's like the 9th island. So they say a lot of them transplant from Hawaii, and a lot of us Samoans and Hawaiians come from California. But we all migrate to here because there's things that we love. Gambling, food, and the sun when it's hot. And then when it gets cold, we go back to our home. Okay, we're going back. It's a little too cold for us here.
Because that's so true. Because I'm I was married to a Hawaiian. I don't know if you knew that. Yeah, he was Hawaiian 808, the whole nine.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had the pidgin accent and everything.
Yeah, here and there. He was Filipino.
Okay.
Can I ask you an ignorant question?
No, you can ask me.
Okay.
If it's a Filipino that visited Hawaii, he claims to be Hawaiian.
Yeah.
I mean, I can say it all the time.
Okay, he does that.
Yeah, well, I mean, look, shout out all my Filipinos. I love y'all.
You know what's funny is what he used to do, and me and him used to just get into actual arguments over this. Because he was like, I was born in Hawaii. And I was like, but you moved out here when you was 2 months old.
It's a touchy subject. I got 2 Filipino baby mamas, so I can speak on the Filipinos. So, so I feel like that's my card. But I always say, just because you took a Tahitian class or a hula dance class doesn't mean you're Hawaiian. Just because you played the drums over there don't mean you're Hawaiian. Yeah.
And you go, you ain't Hawaiian, bitch.
But I love my Filipinos. But you got to be from Hawaii. I mean, all of them are born there sometimes, but they kind of get it twisted sometimes when they say, "Oh, I'm Hawaiian," and I'm like, "Okay, so I'm really Filipino, but I lived in Hawaii." I was like, "All right, okay, so you're just a Filipino that lives in Hawaii."
Yeah,
but it's no disrespect to us. I mean,
and that's what I'm like. I never found it. How do you say that? I don't discredit them.
Yes.
Because they were from the Philippines.
Absolutely.
They moved to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Gained the culture.
Japanese people too.
Your guys' culture is dope as fuck.
I mean, Hawaiian, Samoan, Polynesian culture in general is just, it's real respectful. unless you turn that other cheek.
Yeah, because
I mean, don't get it twisted. I mean, we nice to a certain degree because everybody will know, like Samoans, Hawaiians, Tongans, all Polynesian people were nice until you just turn that other cheek, and it's like, okay, you done brought me to this moment.
You should get a shirt that say that I'm nice and then until.
Yeah,
say that.
And then
I'm nice until.
Dot,
bro. I was like, because that's one thing. Like, I loved the culture. Mind you, wait, the food. First off, hello, A1.
Yeah,
A1.
you can't go wrong with the food.
Can't go wrong with.
I mean, with Hawaiian foods, I mean, everyone that's been to a luau, so you have the Kalua pig, you have, all the different type of things over there.
The Cabbage Patch Baby pig. What is that shit called? The Cabbage Patch. Pig.
The lau lau.
Lau, yeah.
So,
oh, baby.
Yeah, food is good, but that's why we're such big people because our food's rich and it gets you big.
I don't get. So I need Hawaiian food to get some ass? Because what's up, bro? Because I ate Hawaiian food for 9 years and ain't shit happening.
You got to mix it with a little bit of Samoan food. You got to mix it with some Tongan food. So it got to be a mixture. So it got to be a mixture in there. But plus you got small jeans. Not literally, but you and your brother like 120 pounds we just talked about.
Yeah, we did.
This is ridiculous.
We are, we like people. Because it's crazy that I can't gain weight to save my life. If
Polynesians wish we had that problem.
Right.
We're like 120 out the womb, like straight out. One leg, we're just there.
Like you guys are tall, big people.
Yes,
for sure. You guys are like big body people. Big
body.
Cisco,
how's it going?
Big body. All right.
I'm here all week.
But like, one thing about it, I don't even know how to say this respectfully.
When somebody says that means it's about to get real disrespectful.
Yeah, because
I don't know how to say this respectfully, but you fat motherfuckers can eat.
No. That too, though. Y'all motherfuckers can eat, but no.
It's like you don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want to be rude.
There's about to be some rude shit going down.
But motherfucker, yo, bitches. God damn. Bro, I went to Hawaii one time.
You would get jumped just for being cute.
I've been thinking about the bitches since then.
Yes.
There's a lot of food that I think of.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong. We were going to talk about that.
Absolutely.
But I still to this day, I told Chance, the best strip club that I've ever been to, not fun, but the prettiest bitches that I've ever seen in my fucking life at one strip club was in fucking Hawaii, bro.
At ballerinas? Was it ballerinas or Rockstar? Because I know all the strip clubs in Hawaii.
I don't know. It was in Waikiki.
Oh, definitely. So it was ballerinas probably.
Ballerinas?
Rock Zone.
Oh my God. They were trying to recruit me. I was in there like, hey, bitch. They were like, do you want to work here? I was like, I ain't even from here, bitch. But what's up? How much y'all
little
pay?
residency every now and then.
You'd be good. I should do that when I'm famous.
Yeah, see, you are famous.
Is that a bad idea? No, to be a stripper, like
on the low, nah.
No, not on the low. Like if I become famous. If I become famous and all of a sudden,
no, because everybody has a story. Like all the porn stars, and now that they're like wholesome moms now, it's like, bitch, you used to be a porn star. So, so everyone has a story pre-famous.
You just be a Cardi B that doesn't sing. You just act.
Yes. Because we all remember Cardi B. She was the stripperest of the strippers.
You just said I'm talentless. You just call me Cardi B.
I said that without the singing, like you're gonna be the stripper.
And without the ass.
It was the stripper.
But you could buy one of those though. You could buy that.
Oh, no,
buy all that.
No, the BBLs.
No, I'm cool flat, bro. I'd rather be flat than look like that.
Look, let me just tell you, at these gyms in Las Vegas, these BBLs are out of control.
But why go to the gym?
I have
you got a BBL?
but they have to maintain it. So when I go to the gym, I mean, whether it's EOS or LVAC, it's like every BBL I see in there. And I'm talking about when I'm like at the bench or something, I'll see somebody's whole butthole out of their BBL. And I'm like,
noticeable.
Yeah, because then they'll have a camera tripod hooked up. Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now?
And their hips don't match the ass.
And they were walking by and they'll ask you, what are you looking at? Bitch, you're naked. Why wouldn't I be looking at you? What the fuck you talking about? So yeah, I mean, I guess it's the culture, but these BBLs and the fake tits at the gym is getting a little much. I mean, I don't mind it at all. Trust me, it's good eye candy. But I'm saying when you got the guys looking and they're like, oh, what are you looking at? Bitch, if you don't shut your ass up.
I'm looking at the Barbie product still in the box, bitch.
I'm looking at the syringe still in your ass.
I know. I was like, bitch, I still need a scan. We still need to take the barcode off of you. You fucking fresh out the womb looking at. Like, because you know what I don't like is that there's this whole BBL bullshit, right? We all know it's a trend.
Yeah. I think a BBL can be so nice if you make it fit to your body type. Mm-hmm. A lot of these people try to go too big, like veneers and teeth. I was like, okay, look here, Scooby-Doo. But you have to go, if you're going to go big, don't go too big where it's like
looking like the mask and shit.
make it look like it fits your body.
Yeah.
Don't just fool us and one day you have no ass and then next month you come back and you over there looking like J-Lo. And it's like, hold up, bitch, you didn't have that last month.
Right.
At least let us like fool us. Get a little bit one month, put a little bit more the next month. Then when you do that, then it's more believable to us. But it has to fit your body type. You can't have a big ass booty that would fit on me and then have Lana's body.
Right.
Like skinny and slim and slender and all that.
It's like those damn lip injections.
Fool us.
Like, bro.
Oh my God, those lip injections.
It's like, bro, like you, like you got punched in your dome piece, homie.
And we talking like this all the time, like, look, bitch. When they got the wigs, it was like, look, you was bald last week and now you got a full head of hair? Bitch, fool me.
But can I make that? Because this is something that I wanted to talk about. But let's just make it kind of clear. How many Polynesians have you seen with a BBL?
Not a lot. There's one or two, real seldom. But
very seldom.
Yes. Well, it's because it's the same thing with like entertainment industry, like with adult industry. You don't see a lot of Polynesian women there. There's like the one or two black sheep that wasn't raised right, but in like the adult entertainment industry, you rarely see Polynesian women.
Yeah.
And that's just because of the culture. We was raised like that was taboo and you weren't supposed to do that. Like, you have 5 brothers, 1 sister. The 5 brothers ain't gonna let we're not gonna let the 1 sister do any of that shit.
Right.
And I think that's why you don't see it.
You could have 5 sisters, 1 brother. That one brother ain't gonna let the 4 other girls do that shit.
But don't get me wrong, you go to Hawaii, see like 2 or 3 half-breed, in the strip clubs, but you'll never see like a strip club just bunch of Samoan and Hawaiian girls in there.
Yeah.
So, and I think it just goes back to our culture.
And then cause that's what so what I had told Cisco earlier was I was like, I kind of want to get into the subject of like being materialistic and materialism, because I was like, you're the perfect person to talk about it with, because the Hawaiian culture ain't fucking like that.
They're not. And then I think it goes back to because we were raised on like, we didn't need name brand things when we were growing up. Like when we were growing up, like Pro Wings were the one that paid us. Like we had the soccer cleats. We're like, oh, we want Jordans. Like, no, soccer cleats were only $20, 2 for you and your brother. So but like we were raised to be humble and like, okay, humility. Yeah. So when you get older and you do get some money, then you start seeing us little splurge a little bit. Oh, I didn't have this when I was younger. So I think you kind of like, we're not as materialistic as some other cultures may be, but it just goes back to being raised that way, like having nothing. Well, like that was it.
Yeah, because I feel like your guys' culture, it's nothing like a Latino culture. It's not. But it's like similar in a way where like we're very family oriented.
Absolutely.
And we work hard. You guys are more so like aloha. Like everything is like just stay happy, stay positive.
Peaceful.
Everything's family and everyone is. You know one thing, okay, this is what I noticed about being in Hawaii. Yeah. And I peeped myself. Just walking down like in the neighborhoods, like walking in the neighborhoods. Everybody's garage is open, bro.
Oh, yeah, we ain't tripping.
Yeah.
Like, if we're like barbecuing or we got like family members there, we'll have the garage open where you guys walking by.
No,
because we dare y'all to come in. I mean, if you were supposed to come in and try to do anything malicious, we dare that ass to come in. Come and find out.
Right, it's a setup.
Yeah, like so it's like, by all means, come on in.
It ain't a setup, bro, because that's the thing is they keep the garage open and they're chilling. If you pass by, bro, they're like, hey, we got lumpia, we got musubi, we got barbecue, bring the kids. And the fridge is full of Capri Suns.
Because you notice at all Polynesian like events, like birthday parties, baby showers, it's a sign of disrespect if you come there and don't eat. Like the people that made the food will say, "How come she's not eating?"
Yeah,
I know she's small. How come she's not eating? Oh. So if you don't eat, it's like, I'm on a diet. Fuck the diet for that week or for that day, because if you do that and a Samoan mom sees you or Hawaiian says, she'll dislike you the rest of the whole day.
No
so
wonder
you always have to like preference. You have to like say, hey, look, before we go to this Polynesian party, make sure you get a good size plate and you eat it and you pay respect to the people who made it. But if you sit there with a little grass, little salad, they'll come up to you and be like, oh, that's all you're gonna eat? That's why you're small.
Right. Right, exactly. And they say they hella talk shit with the fucking TV turned on. They be doing it. We got a new TV in this.
Oh, see that? There it is.
Yeah, wait. Come on, Laughing. I heard it. Wait. Bitch ass TV. There you go.
There's Laughing with Lana.
We're
back.
Yeah, and we're back. No, this shit all stays in there. I don't give a fuck. But what are we talking about?
Food. You gotta eat.
Bro. Because the Latino culture is like that.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
They're just like that too.
I just like to eat. I know I'm skinny, but I like to eat. Oh my God, when I went to my ex-husband's family's house, everybody offered me food. So I was like, yo,
but then you got to be careful with that too, because when you start eating like that and you look at you, it's like, oh, I want her metabolism.
Niggas are getting jealous.
Then they turn on you. They're like, look here, you skinny bitch. Then they start jumping you. Be like, what happened? I thought we were friends. Like, I just feel bad because I gained 20 pounds while we're eating and you gained nothing.
No, that was one, because I'm like, I feel like if I was with a real Polynesian family, it would have been a better experience, because that's one thing that I see is I'm like, the Hawaiian culture, not everyone's perfect, but the Hawaiian culture is very tight-knit and like
tight-knit and real inviting. Like we're real
inviting.
I mean, it goes to the point where like if you're like with any Polynesian man, Hawaiian, Samoan, Tongan, we're like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying we're perfect either, but I'm saying it goes to the point where like we make sure that you guys are taken care of and well fed, and the family's the same way. Like if you're part of the family, you're part of the family.
Accepting. Yes. You guys are very embracing. Accept. You guys are like big fucking marshmallows. Like, just want to hug them. Like, why?
We're good huggers.
Nice?
We're good huggers.
No, you give me great hugs.
Yeah, we're the best huggers and cuddlers out there. So I mean, it's good because it's like we're embracing people.
Yeah.
So like we like to say what's up to everybody. Like we're real friendly as well.
Right.
But when we see there's like drama that's about to go down, we'll kind of switch it up because we'll feel it out first.
Yeah.
That's not our drama, But if it starts to get you involved in it, then it's like, okay, then you see that light switch go off.
Yeah, bro.
We see red and we don't know how to stop.
It's a fucking.
Oh yeah, trust me, I'm on my second strike, so.
Shit.
It's like really for real. Like no offense, like calling you. I'm not trying to compare Hawaiians to gorillas, but it's like really when you at the zoo and you watch gorillas, like
you ain't stopping us.
Chilling. All of a sudden, they just get into this big ass fucking fight. You're like, oh, bro, where's the zookeeper?
Like a poisonous dart. You're like, hold on, calm down. Like, oh shit. And then you're like, oh, okay, I'm all right. It gets nutty. I'm telling you, I've been in a lot of brawls my life, and it gets nutty.
I fucking, oh my god, I never want to see you in them. I would never want to see you in them.
That's a manslaughter
I feel
charge.
like I could hear.
Yeah, I mean, before UFC, we was UFC.
You guys are pride fight. What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
they were like, wait, what is it? It's UH.
Yeah. So I mean, like I said, with the fighting, like with UFC, you see the heavyweight fighters that are Polynesian or Hawaiian.
Yeah.
They just love to scrap. So they like doing it. Like now you can do it legally and get paid. And now they got a thing called power slap. Like I think this power slap thing is made for Polynesians. Like because we did that shit for free growing up, and now we can get paid to slap motherfuckers. Like all right, power slap, Polly's all day on that.
Would you do it? Have you done it?
I've been asked to do it already.
I've
been asked.
Bro.
You should do it.
I wouldn't mind.
I bet money on you.
I wouldn't mind doing the slapping, but I wouldn't want to get slapped.
Yeah. I feel you.
So that could be bad for the brand because all you need is me getting knocked out, and that's going to be playing over and over more than the slap that I would do.
That's going to be viral.
Like the Michael Jordan crying meme.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Oh fuck.
So like shout out to everybody that's doing it, at the power slap, and every poly would do it. But I think it's the reverse side of it that they don't want.
That's me.
Because I'm
cool with fighting.
I'm good with the slapping.
Yeah.
I just don't want to get slapped.
Yeah.
That
part.
Pretty.
So you got to make sure you knock them out on that
Cisco's
first slap.
like, I am too cute.
Yeah. But I don't know if that check looks a little bit good. I don't know, Dana. We might have to put Big Body Cisco.
You're like, I ain't that cute. Yeah. I ain't that cute.
Put some 6 figures in there. We might get the slapping.
Shit.
Yeah.
Because that's a funny thing. Because like when I first met you, I was doing your podcast and everything, and you had some pretty good, decent people on there. And me personally, and I think it's the way that America is I'm like, it's like Cisco, he's probably like, I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
He's probably just a regular little person. Da, da, da. Then I hear you on your podcast and I'm like, this motherfucker's somebody.
Yeah.
Where did that happen? Why would I never guess he was not a somebody? Because he's
so humble.
bro,
yes.
So humble.
He dresses so not like you dress so simple.
We're all a brand. Like Lana's a brand. I mean, everyone's a brand. And I think the way you carry yourself is you're a walking business card at all times.
1,000%.
And you represent your brand at all times.
Yeah.
I mean, trust me, it took me a lot of practice to get used to because I remember when I used to get in the littlest fights, it'd be like, and I didn't give a fuck about my brand back then. But now that this is what I do for a living, and this is how I make my living, I got to think twice before I'm going to go slap somebody just in the club. Like if somebody took my drink, like, hold up, motherfucker. My normal reaction would be slap the shit out of this motherfucker. But now I got to think, okay, Big Body Cisco as a brand can't be the dude that slapped somebody at Dre's. You know what I mean? So I gotta be aware of that at all times. And even when we're here at Sticky Paws or anything that I do as a guest on a podcast or doing my podcast, podcast.
Right.
It's just a respect thing. And again, it goes back to our culture where respect is everything.
Yeah.
We're real respectful from females, males, but when we hear something bad, like, oh, that's like a pedophile, respect goes out the door. You know what I mean? Respect goes out the door where it's like, okay, we only give it when it's given to us, but when we have somebody where, there's going to be those odd characters like, hey, who is this? And they say who it is. We lose all respect and kind of just go from there. But at the end of the day, I think just in Polynesians in general, we're raised respectfully until they kind of cross that line. So.
It's a different. I genuinely like your guys' culture.
Yeah.
Like there's some cultures where. Damn, can I say this on?
Fucking say it.
I know.
It's your show. Go on, talk your shit.
Okay, talk my shit. So there was the Hawaiian culture that I learned.
Yeah.
And then there was the Filipino culture that I learned.
Yeah.
The Filipino culture, I was like, I don't like this.
Yeah.
Not saying anything negative about it, but it's just so different from my Mexican culture.
Absolutely, because everyone has different culture. Like I said, I got 2 baby mamas that are Filipino. So when you kind of see that side of the culture and you know your culture, it clashes. In some things that's like you may agree on certain things that other cultures don't agree on.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
But I think once you go in and respect kind of like that's their upbringing, that's what, and I think that always goes back to me. Like back in the day, I didn't give a shit how you was raised.
Yeah.
It was like however you presented yourself to me in our moment, that was what it is. But now I kind of think more about it and kind of like, okay, they wasn't raised right. And it goes back to relationships too. It's like you don't know how that person was raised, so why would you expect them to be anything else?
Are you married?
No, I'm not. I'm single.
Not now? Oh, oof.
I can't because in the business I'm in, it's tough to be with a guy like me. Because I'm always traveling. I just got back from New Zealand. I'm in the industry. So industry can be real jaded.
Yeah.
Like, trust me, everyone wants to be in love at some point at some time in their life. But I think this time is the time to work on Big Body Cisco and enjoy life. Because life's too short. At the end of the day, I'm traveling the world doing what I love. Who else can say that? You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, because that too, do you think that like being in a relationship for someone who's in the industry like us?
Absolutely.
It's wrong, right? Like
because
it gets in the
you're
way.
more marketable single than you are in a relationship. I tell people this all the time. It's like people want to say that they have accessibility to me, like, oh shit, Cisco's cool. And I want women to think that they have a shot with me because then they'll buy anything I'm selling.
Yeah.
If I'm in a happy relationship, if I'm married, I don't want to buy shit from this happy motherfucker.
And same with men.
You know what I mean? And same with women. Like, if you say, oh, Lana has this husband, has this, white picket fence, I'm not going to want to buy anything you're selling. Yeah. Only because I don't feel like I have accessibility to you. But once I know that, okay, I could probably fuck Lana, then I'll buy it. I'll watch your shit. Anything you got, I'm going to buy. And I think that's what this society is today, is where you make yourself more, and women and men are not going to get that if they're on the other end of the stick.
Right.
So, of course, when I explain that to women that's been in my past, they're like, oh, yeah, it's cool. And then when they start living it, like, okay, it's not cool.
Yeah, they switch up on you real quick.
They switch up real quick where they're like, I can accept the lifestyle. I'm just like that. Then all of a sudden, you get in that lifestyle and start seeing things moving around. It's like, okay, I can't accept it. Which respect that I don't, fault them for. But it's harder for women, too. Because if you're in the public light and you have a hubby that's not in the public light, they're going to feel intimidated. And I'm pretty sure you went through that through your life. And because you get the spotlight, guys have a hard time accepting that.
Oh, God.
Every time, because like shit, everybody's looking at my girls like shit. You was looking at the same spread eagle picture that I got me. You know what I mean? So why the fuck would I stop doing it if I got you by doing it? So it's a touchy subject. There's a lot of yellow tape with by saying once you find that equal, median between having a relationship and having your career, it's tough in our industry. Because we're traveling the world, we're seeing so many different women.
It's tough because, in a sense, it's not like you're really trying to hide that person.
Yeah.
But it's the brand.
To them, you hiding them.
Oh, to them, you're hiding. And that's because I lived it.
Yes. Oh, trust me, I've been in a couple of those too. So.
No, I was like, you're hiding me.
Yeah.
And he was like, bro, I can't tell I can't post you.
Yeah.
And at the time, I didn't understand it.
Yeah.
Now that I'm in it, I'm like, yeah, bro, I can't post you.
Yeah, trust me.
I was like, you know how much money I'm gonna lose if I post you?
Absolutely.
And oh my God, so I was on this weak ass podcast.
Yeah.
I don't know, Glenn, you know
Which
Glenn
one?
Lawrence?
I don't. Is this the Fresh and Fit one? No.
Oh yeah,
we gotta talk about that one too.
We'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it. But no, so it was Glenn. Glenn is one of the guys that's like a red pill.
Sounds like a lawyer.
Yeah. When he got a name named Glenn,
I wish he was smart like one, but he's not. So he put me on a podcast, and this guy was talking about how if somehow like what am I trying to say? When men are asking women to get off of OnlyFans, he was like, you know, if that's my preference, that's my standard. I don't want a woman on OnlyFans. I'm going to tell her to get off. And his wife was there. And so she was
That's why I said it, because his wife was there, but that's besides the point.
Bro, the only reason why she was agreeing with them is because her husband's there. I was like, he looked like he hit you. 100% he hits you. I know he hits you.
They had DV written all over their forehead, but that's besides the point.
100%, bro. But so I was telling him, I was like, why would you make her... Like, you're handicapping her because you're telling her to get off of OnlyFans. Yeah. And he was like, no, I'm not, because now I'm paying for her rent or I'm paying for her bills. Like, I basically, like, what is it called? Replenish?
Yeah.
I replenish her finances, like, with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but you're still handicapping her. I was like, if I'm going to get off of OnlyFans.
Yeah. Making what you're making.
Making what I'm making. If I'm going to get off of OnlyFans, I would want my husband not to pay for my, like...
Or at least make up for what you're missing out on.
I don't want you to make up for what I'm missing out. I don't need you to pay me for shit. I need you to teach me.
That's the independent woman in you, though.
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes, it is. But every single OnlyFans model is an independent woman, no matter what they say.
Debatable.
You think so?
Only to the fact because, so just recently in TMZ, Joe Smith, this ex-basketball player, found out his wife was doing OnlyFans.
Yes, okay.
And so it kind of goes back to what we're talking about because if there's an agreement, I can see it. Yeah. But if you're doing the shit on the side and he has to find out from his boys, that's a little different.
No, you just
That's
shady.
kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, you know who I was before you got me? Granted, he did, but he made a hoe into a housewife. Yeah. But still, you were doing OnlyFans and he had to find out from his boys. No, and that's kind of different. And when you have an agreement, that's when I can see where the independence can come into play. Yeah. Where it's going to say, look, I'm going to do my part. Unfortunately, this is what I do to kind of do it. Yeah. If the husband or boyfriend or whoever you're seeing at the time isn't agreeing to that, it's going to be cool in that first month or two. Yeah. But once you start seeing your subscribers go up, they're like thinking, because all the guys are telling that dude, I mean, I don't mean to say it, but I subscribe to your girl. And I don't rub two out of them. I don't rub two of them out.
What's up?
Hey, so angle 3 is full.
Oh, it's cool. You just get the live. You just can't fuck up.
Okay, cool.
No, you're good. It's just like, basically, if you have the live, bro, as long as I have the live, I have the footage that's on the TV. Okay, so you just can't fuck up. Yeah. You're good. Don't freak out.
Tripping out.
I got you. I forgot where I was at now.
He's like, oh shit, OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. All right. So I was in the thing of like, all right, say for example, I get Shaq, right?
Yes.
I get fucking Shaq's ass, right?
Yeah.
Shaq knows I'm a stripper.
Yep.
And he tells me, he was like, you know what, baby? I want you to get off of OnlyFans.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is fucking Shaq, okay?
Okay.
This motherfucker Shaq.
Now, if it's Larry the Cable Guy, it's going to be a little bit different.
Well, of course.
So there's tiers.
No, I don't even think it's tiers. No, because if Larry the Cable Guy or Shaq told me, baby, I need you to get off of OnlyFans, I would say, okay, daddy, I would do anything you want me to do.
Even to Larry?
Even to Larry. However, I don't want Larry to pay for my bills. I don't want Shaq to pay for my bills.
But there's 80%, 90% of women that would love that.
Hang on. I would want Larry or Shaq to teach me how to make that money by myself with my clothes on to replenish my own shit.
Okay, I got that.
Reason being, Larry the Cable Guy may not be there all the time.
Yes.
Or may not be there forever. Shaq may not be there forever. We don't know how relationships work. Divorce rates are going
Absolutely.
up.
Through the roof.
Through the roof. If you leave me, now I don't have OnlyFans and I don't have you to take care of me.
But the luxury of that, you go right back to that motherfucker. You go right. So okay, Larry left. Okay, OnlyFans, I'm back. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of good part of it. But when you lose the subscribers,
you lose all that money.
It's true, but they coming back. It's like riding a bike.
Yeah, of course.
Because they missed you. Because they were like, okay, Lana, she had a relationship for a little bit. Now she back. Yeah. Now you're doing a little shit that you in revenge to Larry and Shaq leaving you. now you over there. More. You over there got your nose in the booty hole. You don't know what the fuck you doing at this point.
Yeah.
So I think it's all situational. And I think there's people that, there's stronger women that can take that and kind of say, look, but there's women that kind of need that dependability of a man or finances. And I think if they don't have that and they have a void there, they're going to fill it somehow, some way, whether it be some doughboy, whether it be somehow, some way. Women just know how to fill that void.
Yeah, they do.
But at the end of the day, I think OnlyFans is just that thing to kind of say, okay, if we're going to get to a serious relationship, then we need to have the conversation. If we're just fucking around and you doing your thing and I'm doing my thing, by all means, have fun and do what you do.
Yeah.
When it gets to the next step, to kind of the respect factor, kind of say, okay, baby, we kind of together now.
Yeah.
We kind of made it official.
Yeah.
Let's kind of see what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I think if you don't have, communication's key with everything, right? And I think if you don't have communication about saying, baby, you still gonna do OnlyFans? Okay, maybe not be naked. Maybe just go finger yourself and do it. Whatever the fuck it is. Whatever it is. I mean, he might have a problem with you having 15-inch mandingo every night, and then I gotta go sit there and be like a triangle. Don't hit that shit after that. So at the end of the day, it's all about communication and kind of say, look, baby girl, if we're going to do this, I get it. You was a porn star. You did what you do. The past is the past. I done did my shit. You done did your shit. But going forward, there has to be some kind of respect.
You know what, though? As much as, like, I agree with you 100%. Don't take me wrong. I agree with every fucking word that came out of your mouth. I do.
You're like, fuck him.
No, not at all. But it's exactly that. It's communication, bitch.
Absolutely.
It's communication. Because guess the fuck what? If I say I dated Larry the Cable Guy, he said he didn't like the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden I get fucking Shaq. Yeah. And he's okay with OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It's situational.
Absolutely.
Every situation is fucking different. Every relationship is different. So how can people give relationship advice on a very broad horizon if every relationship is fucking different?
But check this out. You know how it loops back around?
How?
It's to the upbringing of Larry and the upbringing of Shaq.
Because
it goes full circle. Because if Larry was sitting there and he was there, raised by a single mom, and Shaq was raised, it's all. I tell people, if you don't know somebody's background, you're gonna get a different batch every time. Right. So at the end of the day, it's like, okay, what was Larry? You have a person have to say, okay, Larry, what was your upbringing? These are things you should know, of course, to even be in this thing. Right. But if you know that, you have to keep that in the back of your mind, saying, okay, he had a father or a mother that left him at 2, so I got to be a little bit more courteous of the way I do. My mom was a stripper, and now you got to be OnlyFans. So I was like, okay, I understand why he has this, discrepancy with me.
Yeah.
But it's because of the upbringing. I think a lot of people don't dive in to their partner's background and to their upbringing, because if you do that, you're doing a lot of homework that's going to save you a lot of fights later on down the line.
Yeah, that's facts.
Because I'm telling you, if you do your homework, people trust me. I've been in the game for a long time, and I've seen many women, many backgrounds, and I think the reason why I shorted myself is like I didn't give a shit the way they was raised. Yeah. When I was younger, I didn't give a shit what they was raised. But the older I got, I was like, okay, if I really dive into this and we're gonna make this, because time is everything. Yeah. The older you get, life is too short. Right. So if I could dive into this female's background and kind of say, okay, tell me how you was raised. Right. Oh, I had, mom and dad was together 40 years. Like, you came from a good home.
Yeah.
Or if you came from a broken home, there's 2 ways to adjust. You're gonna adjust your way you treat her to a person that came up through a happy home to somebody that was sitting there in a broken home.
Yeah.
So you kind of like alter yours, because now does their background and the way they was raised kind of like mesh with mine, or does it clash? If it clashes, then you got to have those issues to kind of say, hey, look, there might be a bigger picture here that if we communicate what you went through and what I went through, because you could easily say that you got raped from an uncle. You know what I mean? And I can sit here and be like, oh yeah, I remember I fucked this bitch. But now you're kind of looking at me in a different way. Now you're looking at me like I'm the uncle that raped you. You know what I mean? So Uncle Bully just came out of nowhere, where it's kind of saying, look, let me know about your background, because I think that's what people, with Instagram and this social media society that we live in, it's so dumbed down that we want everything on Instagram. Big titty bitches, big booty bitches, big. So if my girlfriend at the time right now was looking like this at one point, but now you're looking like Celie from Color Purple, it's a whole different thing. So at the end of the day, you got to say, hey, look, we got to have some give and take in this motherfucker if we're going to make it do what it do, baby. I sound like an old pimp right now. We make it do what it do, baby.
Where's your cane at? Where's your cane in your head at?
I don't want to tell you I'm a retired pimp. I'm a retired pimp also.
Me too.
Yeah. But I think communication is key. I mean, OnlyFans, it's a tough subject.
Yeah.
But I think it's easier when you talk about it. I mean, and then you put it on each other. Like, okay, look, I do OnlyFans. Is this going to be cool? If it's not, then we probably should stop wasting each other's time. A lot of people don't have that conversation, and they just waste each other's time until that blows up in their face.
God, that's so
and then not just with OnlyFans, it's with everything. Like, Instagram, I feel
insurance.
Yes.
Insurance, bro. Life insurance is
Absolutely.
one of the biggest fucking conversations y'all need to have.
Yeah,
That's
everything.
a scary conversation to have.
Everything needed, because you want to know, does the girl I'm talking to and I got good credit? I don't care if it's bad credit.
Yeah.
What do we got to do to get it better?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think those as a team, I think going forward, and look, all you 20 and 30, you're going to get this on the way up. The more you communicate with your partner, the more your 40s and 50s will be that much better that you live in, because now you kind of, okay, she make money, I make money. Now there's two incomes. Now what can we do? She got good credit, I got bad credit, but we're going to build my credit.
Right.
So it's all like a give and take thing with that.
So what is your, like, because you say communication,
Yeah.
right? What is your advice, or not advice, but like what do you have to say to people who are like on the red pill movement, who constantly say like, oh, girls just want to fucking talk. You guys just want friends. You want to fucking talk, and we don't want to talk. We kind of just want you to like be there.
It's a shock value thing. Like every like red pill, every, all these podcasts that kind of downgrade women, it's just a shock factor thing to kind of have women more enticed to see what they have to say.
Yeah.
The reason why these shows are so successful, the reason why these shows have all these views is because women, whether they like them or not, is going to watch what the opinion of a guy like that is going to say. Because look, half of these podcasts that have these dudes fresh and fit, I'll tell you this, these are some most non-pussy getting his ass niggas I know.
Bro.
But because of that, they can sit there and say, I'm talking all this shit. Oh, well, you shut up and you do it, because they gave them that power.
Yeah.
And like at the end of the day, these are these nerds that didn't really have it coming up, and now they have a platform. Now they're doing it. Look, nothing against y'all, but if it gets you to what you do what you do.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, everyone loves drama because
Yeah.
we're in a social media world.
Of course.
Sex sells.
Yes.
So when you have drama and sex, that's going to be the top of the list, right?
course.
But when you have the happy home and a good boyfriend and a good girlfriend,
Yeah.
nobody want to hear that shit.
Yeah.
They want to hear the drama. Okay, well, I fucked his brother too. Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I mean, tell me more.
That's why Blueface and his baby mama.
Yeah, well, I'm talking
Blueface
about
and
the same
Krishan
thing.
and all that, but
Like
I think
Krishan
that's
that is
so famous.
my main example of should have been swallowed. Like these are the people. These are the people like, look, and I get it. If you're gonna get it, get your money, boo. But at the end of the day, it's like we are buying into the Blueface thing. All these situations, like Jada and Will. Like we're buying into that drama. No one gave a shit about them until Will slapped Chris Rock, and then Jada bald-headed ass was talking about, oh, we wasn't even together until he slapped Chris Rock. I really want to fuck Tupac, and then all this shit. Yeah. Drama sells, sex sells, so we're glued to our TVs,
And
we're glued to our
keeps
phones.
doing it.
And she, because the fight for being relevant is always going to be preference. It's always going to be at the forefront. People want to be relevant. As soon as they see they're not being, or they're being irrelevant,
Yeah.
what do I got to do to be relevant?
Right.
Jada Pinkett Smith, nobody was talking about her at first. I got a book coming out. How do I stay relevant? Talk shit about Will. And talk about how I want to fuck Tupac. That's gonna get everybody's
And
attention.
talk about how she fucked her son's friend.
Yes, come on. August Alsina,
Dirty, bro. Like,
but
I
people
don't-
love that drama. People love like all these shows and podcasts. Like the thing I like about Western Conference podcasts, everything's more organic. I talk about how they came up. I talk about how they're successful now.
Right.
And what you did to get there.
Right.
And then if I don't have those viral moments, so be it.
Yeah.
I know at the end of the day, people know that's a good wholesome podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Where they can sit there like, oh no, that's a good thing, because of course I can have my viral moments. Trust me.
Yeah.
But it's goes back to the upbringing. I was not raised to sit there and be beneficial off somebody else's misery.
Right.
I'll talk my shit all day.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna sit there and say, no, I can put this on my podcast and put this on Instagram, and you're gonna be, not being beneficial because everyone's liking it because of me.
Yeah.
But they're not because it's your downfall. I would never do that.
Oh.
Because at the end of the day, no, everyone's gonna bank on that downfall and see people go all the way to the ground, and everyone's gonna go sit there. Oh yeah, fuck them too.
True.
But at the end of the day, because it's monkey see, monkey do also. Because when you're in this monkey see, monkey do world, you're doing it because they think it's cool. So I think at the end of the day, it's like if you be a good person and you kind of communicate what you're trying to get across. At the end, I always say God knows your heart.
Yeah.
And I think when God knows your heart, He knows where you're going, and He's always in control of your journey. I don't mean to preach to y'all, but I think
Preach, motherfucker,
We
preach.
need to hear that.
at the end of the day, that's what I think this society coming up now, these
Yeah.
kids coming up, this generation's soft. Like when I was growing up, I was getting my ass whooped. We got like, I'm talking about like where CPS would have arrested family members.
Talk
but now
about it.
they're talking about, face the corner, timeout, fuck all that. You know what I mean?
Bitch, bro.
That's why you have the disrespect that you have nowadays. That's why you
That's
have the
why we
Krayshans
have
and the Bluefaces.
TikTokers.
Yes.
Wait, the whole
Now I sound
bullshit
like the
about
old
go
nigga.
to the corner and sit there and think about what you did.
Yeah.
You let them do that with a fucking phone, and these bitch ass did. They were like,
Yep.
"Oh, well, I'm bored. Let me just do a fucking
Exactly.
dance." And now we're here with fucking TikTokers, bro.
Yes. It's the world of TikTok.
The world of TikTok started with soft parenting.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, you fucking bitch.
And don't get me wrong, like from how I was raised and to the way I parent is a little bit softer. Like, only because when you have your kids, you kind of like, you're like, damn, I want to baby them, right? So when I baby my kids, I'm like, nah, they still gotta get their ass whooped every now and again.
I hope I beat the fuck out of my
Because if you
kids.
don't do that, as soon as they talk back, they're gonna get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you get these people, I talk back to my mom and dad all the time. But my kids will sit there, not me. I know
I
that look
was
from
like,
my dad, he'll
people
whoop
feel
that ass.
comfortable just saying that?
Oh, I'll be at Walmart over here in Vegas. I'll be at any Smith's, wherever it is, and I'll see like kids just running their parents. I told you I wanted this. And I was like, you want me to slap them? You know what I mean? I'll help them out.
I'll help you out, bitch. I will raise that motherfucker for you right here.
You wait till we get home. Like, you can do it here.
Okay, so that's
Call CBS.
That's the whole thing that I've never heard before. Yeah. Wait till I get home. Wait till we get in the car. And I'm like, wait.
There was no waiting.
Wait, my mom used to do it right there next to the noodles. What the fuck you mean?
But see, like, my parents, they were so slick about it. Like, my dad had this thing where he had a knuckle, right? He would put his knuckle like this. So we would real quick, I would say something like that, and he would do one hit in the butt of my head. I could have a concussion maybe 17 times, but that concussion shut me what we call the fuck up real quick.
Shut me what we call the fuck up?
So if you got something slick like a knuckle, or my mom had a quick jab. My mom would look at it and say, oh, this is nice. A quick jab me right in my throat. Like, whole shit was, and I was like, and the white lady was like, are you okay? I'm like, oh, he's fine. He must have fell.
You know what?
They were slick with it.
My mom would do the,
oh, yeah.
The Lana, and she had this lip. She still does it to this day.
Oh, I see Latin moms do that all the time.
But that had my mom built anxiety with that, bro.
Well, trust me, it did fuck us up as kids growing up.
It fucked me up because it was the face and then it was the smack, right? Because that's what I got at home.
Yes.
At home, it was the face and the smack. In public, it was just the face, and I'm like, so
in public, a Latin mom?
It's an hour worth of torture because now I'm like, fuck, I'm in trouble. Oh my God, like.
Oh, that whole car ride home was torture.
You're like, am I gonna get hit with the belt? Is it gonna be with the chancla? Is it gonna be with the hanger? And like, is she gonna take my computer?
That was worse than getting beaten up.
That's way worse, bro.
That was worse than getting beaten up.
Way worse.
When I knew I had a bad report card and I knew I went home, I was like, so me and my brothers, what we used to do, we used to put layers of clothes on. So I put like sweats on, jeans on. So when we got whooping, my dad, so then they got hip to the game. So my dad would whoop us. We were bad actors too. We were like, ow. Like, nah, that ain't no real ow. Take off those pants. So we take it off. There'd be like 3 or 4 different pants on. He'd be like, motherfucker.
Smart.
But like, I don't know if my dad was a Navy SEAL or not, because he would hide behind doors and like choke us out. And then while we went to sleep, he would drop us and be like, all right, then you learned your lesson, motherfucker. Would walk away, cool as fuck too. Walk away. But as we awoke, and wondered where we was at, we never did that shit again.
It's like a nice shroom high, no oxygen, and you're like,
as you awake in sections. Like, I seen my dad, the dish rack he was a dirty fork and my brother was washing dishes. My dad grabbed the dish rack and hit my brother over the tail. It was like WWE. I was like, oh shit.
Shut the fuck up.
And when he went down, he turned around to me, so I had to act like I was hurt. So I had to act like, I was like, oh shit, me too, I'm dead.
I got hit with a fork.
I died. So there was stuff they see. Kids like that don't go through that shit nowadays. They don't go through none of that. I swear my son talked about my 8-year-old. JB talked back to me the other day, and his older brothers were like, Dad, whoop his ass.
Hell yeah.
I'm a little bit nicer to my 8-year-old than I was to my older kids.
That's how it is, though. That's how it is.
Yeah, so you get a little older, so I'm like, oh no, that's okay. And they're like, no, it wasn't okay, Dad. You punched me dead off in my face.
Yeah.
I was like, he's a little bit younger. So, of course, when I walk out the room, his brothers come there, he's like, oh no, you gonna get it.
You ain't gonna talk to mom and dad like that again, right?
You gonna get it. Yeah.
But see, I love that too. I love that the older brothers and sisters are like, nah, bro, I used to get smacked.
Yeah.
You getting smacked too.
Oh, when I see the Latin, like you said, Latin moms, when I see them in public and they looked at their kids with the Yolanda Saldivar look, like they was about to kill that motherfucker when they got home, they knew Yolanda was playing.
Yeah, bro.
Selena was about to get it when they got home. So that's why I was like, oh yeah, them Latin moms don't be playing. They just like poly moms. Shit.
That's why I said, like, our cultures are so similar.
Yes.
They're somewhat similar, but it's really, I like your guys'
to the point where it's like real family oriented.
Yeah.
We love to party. We look for any reason to party. Look for any reason to barbecue.
That part. Oh my God.
It's like, oh shit.
You're like, oh, they opened a new Costco down the street. Hey, barbecue.
Why is there a party? Oh, I just got off work. What? There's a party? You just got off work? What the fuck? So we look for any reason, anything to celebrate.
Just change your brakes.
Right.
Exactly. It's like, oh shit, we got a parking ticket today paid off. We
Yeah,
gotta
fuck it
celebrate
up.
that motherfucker. Barbecue it down.
Hey, my side chick got an abortion. Fuck it up.
Shout out all my kids in heaven. How y'all doing? Shit.
Damn.
I'll see ya.
Mine's still here.
Oh, fuck.
No, he's not in your stomach no more. He's on the
He's
outside.
just out. Hey, no. Did Austin tell you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Lana.
I have a ghost who's an abortion. What's up? What's up,
If
friend?
that's the case, I think Austin didn't renew the ghost hunter. Well, okay, let's not talk about it. You want to go ghost hunters? Yeah, come ghost all these motherfuckers. Shit.
I'd be like, hey, you wanna go ghost hunting? Sorry.
I got that one.
My God. Lana brought this out of me. Thank you. Just laughing with Lana. That was here for an hour, and we're good.
I'm sorry. No, I swear I'd be getting people to talk about some stupid shit on here, and I'm like, fuck.
See, I'm the wrong person to do it because I was talking just as stupid because
Just
like
right
I said,
there.
We heard you in the back.
Yeah, we're stupid as stupid does. So, as long as it's in comedic form, because hopefully nobody holds this against me.
I know. Oh God. And if they
I knew that motherfucker was talking shit.
if they do, just know that they don't have a sense of humor.
Yes, absolutely.
It's just stupid shit
Yeah,
like
move
that.
your head, bro. You read your sign.
Yeah. See, my sense of humor might hurt your feelings, which is a rarity these days. I think, also we talk about the social media society. The sense of humor has gone to shit. Because I'll put up a funny video, and there'll be people in the comments, how dare you put that? Look here, bitch, you following me.
Bro,
So I don't know. Well, what the fuck you commenting for?
bro, the fact that there's words that we can't say no more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but like I was saying this in another podcast, I think, where I'm like, my mom has a brother who's mentally challenged,
Yes.
which he passed away.
Yeah.
But my mom always tells people like how we got our name. My mom's name is Luce Elena.
Okay.
But everybody calls her Lana,
Yeah.
and I got named Lana after my mom.
Yeah.
How did that happen? So my mom tells a story. She was like, oh, well, my brother, he was mentally retarded, and he couldn't say Elena,
Yeah,
so
so
he used to call me Lana.
Yeah.
And then
But
people...
that story is not politically correct nowadays, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
and now it's like to me, I'm like, that's such a beautiful story.
Yeah.
Like, you know, my
especially
mom,
the way moms tells it.
the way my mom
Yeah.
tells me, she's like, my brother, he's mentally retarded.
Yeah.
And he couldn't say Elena. Now everybody calls me Lana because
Yeah.
of my brother. And then everyone's like,
There's
did
probably
you
a
just
better
call
way-
your
yeah.
brother retarded? You just called your
They're like,
brother retarded.
hold up. Your brother's retarded? It's like, well, no, you're missing the whole point
You're
of that
missing
story.
the entire point.
Like, yes,
Like,
absolutely.
but my mom's brother is also wholesome. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? But they like, my mom grew up. My mom's in her 60s.
Yeah.
She grew up calling people retarded.
Yeah.
And now
That's how we were raised. Like, I thought that was the actual medical word for somebody.
But it was.
Yes.
It was the actual medical word. You are mentally retarded. Now
Yes.
it's mentally challenged and you have special fucking
Yeah,
needs.
I mean...
You don't have special needs. You have
No,
medical needs.
You
What
adapt to the
fuck?
terminology nowadays.
what
Like,
the
okay, so what can we say now? Okay, that challenge? Okay. So it was challenged.
So anyway, so Myron's especially challenged.
Yes.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fresh and Fit, you had questions for me. What about
Yeah, so I seen the clip
Yeah.
of them being disrespectful. And of course, they kicked you out.
Yeah, of course.
But like, I just don't get like as the women there, because I always wanted to ask the women that were there, and you were actually women
Yeah.
there. What is the thought process when he says, "Okay, yeah, just get the fuck out of here"? Like, what is it from you? Like, is it more of a standoffish thing, or is it like, "Okay, I'm the fuck out of here"?
I'm out the fuck out of
Yeah.
there. Me personally, I'm the type of person where if I am never anywhere I am not wanted.
Yeah.
Never. I don't spend a second more
Yeah.
in a place where I am unwanted. You don't want me? I'm out.
I feel like it's different in those type of realms, only because you're there for a reason, and I felt like if it was something to say, okay, I'm gonna kick out one of these women
Yeah.
in here. And I feel like it was gonna already go down because I've watched their show before.
Yeah.
And I've seen the way they, downgraded the way they talk to women.
Yeah.
So when he had said that, I'm waiting for the woman to, instead of leaving, or when she is leaving, to knock the fuck out of that motherfucker.
I wanted
somehow,
to.
some way. Because the
bro.
disrespect they do is like there's a thin line between joking and just being disrespectful.
Yeah.
Some of the shit that I've seen from them, it's just blatantly disrespectful.
He's blatantly disrespectful, and he's like that off camera.
Yeah.
He's very unpleasant. I don't know how he
But I
has a
feel like he
girlfriend.
does that to only people that he knows he can get away with it with.
With
like
women.
I'll be damned he would do that shit to me.
He would never do that to you.
But because he knew he couldn't get away with it.
I could honestly tell you, bro, if he sat here in a room with you and did a podcast, by the end of the podcast, he would be on his knees trying to suck your dick.
Yeah.
At least trying.
I wouldn't doubt it.
I would, like, you'd be like, no, I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Get off. And he'd be like, no, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Like, that dude is a fucking fag. But, like, excuse me. Oh, that's an impolitical term. Yeah.
But I feel like they get the views and they get the thing because of the disrespect of what they say to women. Now, granted, there's some, I'm not saying you, there's some dumb broads on there that deserve to be talked the way he says sometimes.
Yeah.
But most of the time, there's sometimes I think he's looking for that open window to kind of say, okay, got her.
Yeah.
Now I can fucking
they
press that button.
planned it for me.
Yeah.
They planned to kick me out.
Yeah.
That's what they keep. So before the show, we're supposed to sign off a waiver to like not talk about the show.
Yeah.
I didn't sign it.
Yeah.
I work here, bitch.
Exactly.
I'm just here. You invited me. I'm
so
on here.
So a lot of those women that do get disrespected, they have to sign a waiver saying that they can't talk about it.
They have to sign a waiver saying that they A, can't talk about the show, and B, that they can't ask to take anything off of their show. So if I said like
to edit that part out.
That part out. Edit that part out is not allowed on their show. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't sign any of that.
Yep.
So I could have asked them to take that out, but I didn't because I just don't care.
No, and you got to look for what's best for you as well.
Yeah. My thing is I went for exposure. Like so many people were like, why do these girls go on the show? I was like, I went for exposure.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're a fucking gold digger.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but they didn't pay me.
No.
They didn't pay me a dime because excuse me, Myron got demonetized. He can't afford me. Yeah. So they didn't pay me, so I'm not a gold digger.
Well, a couple of my homegirls got approached from someone in their DM from that podcast. And we gave them a whole thing. Hey, we would love to have you on here. Blah, 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 blah. Sell them the dream like the Netflix dude on Instagram. But sell them a dream and kind of get these women kind of say, okay, cool. They'll get the exposure in the wrong light, of course.
Of course.
But they're sending these DMs out in masses. And you figure it's a numbers game. You send it to 100 dumb broads, 98% was going to say yes.
All of them.
But I think they're going to sit there and kind of like, so my homegirl put it up on her Instagram story, was like, oh, look at these dudes. This is how they get their audience.
Yeah.
So it was just crazy to me because we went back to like talking about my podcast, the way I try to not do the viral moments, because I feel like their podcast and others, we won't just put it on that. There's other podcasts that live for those viral moments.
Yeah.
Like they feel like, man, I won't get all the views if I don't have that.
Ugh.
And I think at the end of the day, it's like, something bad coming for those type of dudes. And I like when I seen that happen with you, I was hoping to be there because I was gonna slap the shit out of him. I was like, don't talk to Lana like that, first of all. And then, but it was just kind of say, yeah. When I seen that, I said, Lana, when we go on your podcast, we talking about this motherfucker.
We talk about this little bitch.
But that's all the time he gets. So
you know what's crazy is that when I was leaving, I was looking at both of them, right? The one dude looked like a melted Snicker bar.
Yeah.
The one dude, I don't know his name. He's like the little sidekick. He's the Robin.
Is that the one you caught laughing?
The one I caught laughing. Yeah, weird ass dude. Now Myron.
Yeah.
You know.
First of all, the motherfucker's name is Myron. Other than that, keep going.
Bro, that's a weird ass fucking name. I've never heard of such a name. It sounds like a rock. Like it sounds like a.
It sounds like a pimple. This Myron
like a pimple. Damn it!
I
got a fucking Myron, bro. Oh, God. So when I was walking off, I'm like, your big ass bald spot looked like such a target, bro. Like you just wanna do like your dad.
Just give me a little knuckle.
You wanna give him a knuckle. You just
concussion?
wanna fucking knuckle it, because I'm like, I'm sure your little bald spot is still still soft. Because
we call that the instant concussion. Just boom, right there.
Shit, the infant concussion.
Yeah. Oh, God.
I'm like, because he still got the soft spot here. It's bald. It's like there's no hair growing right there. Might as well just pluck him.
I'm telling you, it's those type of guys that, like I said, I bet you if you would get his backstory, he was kind of raised and was getting bullied as a kid from women. So,
you could
like
tell.
I said,
you could tell he was one of those kids that like walked home alone with the big backpacks and hunched over and like walks like this, because he still walks like this. Those kids, I'm like, you could tell he was a loser, and I'm like, I bendito, like my thing is, I know I've talked a lot of shit about Myron. I know I've talked a lot of shit, but like, if you genuinely grew up being bullied by women that bad that now you have to have your own podcast
and make your life out of doing that back to women, it's crazy.
Yeah, you made you literally set your life purpose to bash women because they bullied you your whole life. Like, I'm like, my thing is like, I genuinely feel sorry for you.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
that's it. I've talked a lot of shit and I've already said my piece, I think, but like, I genuinely feel bad for Myron at this point.
Because I tell you, Myron, if I ever say, I'll whoop your ass. So I'll just put that out there. If I ever cross you in this studio again, I'll beat the fuck out of you. So
I would too. Don't come back, but they gonna be back, and I work
absolutely.
here.
I told G, let me act like I'm one of the engineers. So I'm gonna act like I'm working. I'm like, hey, motherfucker.
I'm like, don't let me engineer that show, bro. 1,000%.
Yeah, right.
No, I will have the angle wrong on each and every person. It'd be like no, like look, I'm talking. Go to Cisco, and then I'll just be talking like that and doing that. He's over there confused as shit, and then it goes back to me, and now it's Cisco talking.
Hey, then I was trying to tell him the other day.
Yeah, I would do some stupid shit. I would ruin the whole podcast, bro. I would ruin the whole thing and pay for it. Fuck it up. Like I would. They annoy me. I'm gonna have Rolo on my podcast though.
Oh, see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
that's the joy. That's the good thing about podcasts. Like, you have on who you want to have on.
Yeah.
And I think when you have a good time, that's what it's all about. Tell every people, what's podcasting? I said, talking shit with your friends.
Yeah.
And I said, talking shit with people that maybe not be your friends, but by the end of that podcast, they'll be your friends. So a lot of my guests, they have their guard up in the beginning, but then by the time we're done, they'll drop their guard and be like, man, that was the funnest one.
I noticed that
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the funnest one we did. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just like, because it's a organic conversation.
That's what I try to tell people, because I'm like some people would tell me like, hey, what are we gonna talk about? Or like they want me to research them. Yeah. And I'm like, I don't research nobody, and if I do, I'm gonna do it live on the podcast because I don't want to find shit out about you
on the spot. You know what I mean? So it's better to have it like more where we just find out, okay, well, tell me about your upbringing, because other than you reading it somewhere is better from hearing it from me. Because I always tell people, if you don't hear it from the horse's mouth, it's probably bullshit anyway, because all hearsay. So at the end of the day, it's a good, clean conversation where even when it's not clean, whether it could be a comedian, whether it be anybody that's doing the content is key. And I think the content that people get can be clippable, can be said this. So, because content is everything, and we want to make sure how we portray our shows, how we portray ourselves on these platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, wherever we have. It's just the way that people kind of perceive us.
Exactly.
Yeah. And on that
it's our brand.
It's bland.
Yes.
What? I got a question.
Okay, let's go question.
I got number 2. You ready for
here we go.
Scenario question.
Number 2.
All right, if you had the ability to control the weather, how would you use the power and why?
Ooh, wow, that was a good one. So if I was around a bunch of beautiful females, I would make the weather hot so they could wear nothing. But as soon as they took the clothes off, we would hide the clothes. Thunderstorm come, they'd have to run from me for cover. So that's what I would do. So I'll make it hot, take your shit off, hide the clothes, thunderstorm, come under me as be your umbrella. So
That's a good one.
That's what I'm gonna do. If I can control the weather shit, make me God for a little bit. I'm gonna do some ungodly things. That's what I'm about to do. Shit. You thought I was gonna do shit to like help the poor and shit? Fuck that.
Low key, I really thought he was gonna be like, if I could control the weather, there would have been a big ass wave that would have saved Hawaii. He was like, nah, the bitches, bro, the titties.
We gonna get them summer dresses off, and then all of a sudden you gonna look for cover. Mr. Umbrella Big Body is here.
I'm dead as fuck with you. You're so stupid. Okay. What? Okay, but
yes.
Okay, if you could control. Okay, wait. Okay, chance. Tornado or tsunami?
Like,
ooh,
who wins?
No, tornado or tsunami. Just pick one.
I'm choosing tsunami all day.
Okay, if you could control a tsunami,
man,
what would you do with that power?
Shit, it would have to just, if I could pinpoint any enemy that I had and be like, okay, there goes that motherfucker. Tsunami that motherfucker's house right there.
It would be Justice Pool.
Yeah. That bitch that ghosted me, tsunami at the house. And just sit there and look at the whole map, be like, oh yeah, I remember that bitch didn't give you the time of day. Tsunami your shit up. And just everybody like, hey, you think I can borrow $100? No, tsunami that ass up. I mean, everybody gonna get it at the end of the day. Enemies, old coaches that didn't play me in football, tsunami that ass up.
Well, while we're living in a drought over here.
All the dry pussy bitches, tsunami that ass up.
You got the power to have a tsunami. He was like, fuck like me. Fuck like me. I want that bitch bitch that ghosted me. Fuck her.
Shit, remember I asked you for that phone number? Tsunami that ass up, bitch. Yeah, now what?
Wave at your front door.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? In high school, I used to say like when I saw like a cute guy walking by, I used to be like tsunami. I'd be like, oh, tsunami. Tsunami. Unagi. But Big Body Cisco,
yes.
Where can the people find you?
Big Body Cisco on all social media, Western Conference Podcast on YouTube. It's a beautiful thing, man. Big Body Cisco. I travel the world, going to these festivals. I just got back from New Zealand, headed to the islands of Samoa, going back to the motherland, doing these feel-good music show, island reggae, old school hip-hop, old school R&B. Me and my counterpart, Mustafa, he's out of Southern California, but we kind of got together and, man, we do this thing called Western Conference. At every festival, we're the ones that kind of in between every act. So we make sure that everybody has a good time. We bring kids on stage. We just have a good, whole,some time. When it's a 21 and over show, we do some other shit. We bring bitches up on stage, shake that ass, do the thing what they do.
Invite me one day. Invite me.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, my God.
Definitely, because you got to come to the Holo Holo Festival. We got downtown Las Vegas. Shout out Good Vibes, but it's a beautiful thing. Festivals, podcasts, all that. That wasn't racist at all. Grass. It was. I need a grass skirt. Okay, well, that's cool. I'm just fucking with you.
I want to host one of those. That'd be dope as fuck.
Absolutely.
Invite me.
I've been fortunate to travel the world, hosting these festivals, hosting these shows, and it's just me talking shit on the mic.
That's dope.
And when I'm out there, it's just a good vibe that I give off to the people. Where when the artists are ready and I get them in that mood, they're ready to kind of accept these artists for what they're about to do.
That's dope as fuck, bro. And on that note, everybody go watch the Western Conference
podcast.
The Western Conference podcast.
Yes.
I engineer it sometimes here and there.
Absolutely.
But shout out to Sticky Paw Studios because they are the only reason why me and Cisco even know of each other.
When she said, my name's Lana, it's anal backwards. I said, God damn, you got to do your show.
We got a new show.
And we're here. Thank you, baby girl.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really appreciate it. And on that note, guys, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Wait.
What?
I got a gift for you.
Oh!
Before I get up out of here, I got to get the Laughing with Lana podcast. Dos Caras Tequila. This is their Platinum Blanco edition. Come on. Dos Caras means two faces.
Oh, she.
So shout out Dos Caras. No, that's just my sponsor for my podcast.
Oh, look at that. Oh, I was like, you got to ask them if they Gemini.
Exactly.
Either that or they
I'm a Leo. If you guys didn't know, I'm a Leo.
You a Leo?
Yes.
That's a good
so
vibe.
Leos and Geminis go good with Dos Caras Tequila, and that's for the Laughing with Lana podcast.
Hey,
Peace.
bye, guys.